Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I am actually making a little project here with one of these Dollar Tree little wood house frames that they have out now. And I'm actually going to do this in a fall theme. I know it's the middle of the summer, but I had this idea and I wanted to do it now because these little houses came out last year and they were gone so fast. So if this is something maybe you would want to do, I wanted to show it to you now just so you guys will have a chance maybe to get your hands on some of these little houses. Now, I have these in all different sizes, but this one I want to put my candle in. I also have them in this size too, and I think there's one more size too, but I had those put away. But they're really cute. And I've been wanting to do something with these for a while. So we are going to paint this thing brown. And then on the inside, I want to put this wood look paper. This I got at Hobby Lobby, and they have all kinds of really cool wood grain looking paper in there. You know, where you buy your single sheets. And these are like 59 cents, but they're usually on sale quite often. And that's when I stock up on these. So what else are we going to use? I'm going to be using some of the fall leaves. Now these probably aren't out yet at the Dollar Tree, but I had a ton of these left over from last year, and I'm sure before you know it they'll be out. And I know they have their fall flowers out and things. And I'm going to use a little of this garland on the top of this, and that's all it's called. It's just garland. It has these pretty orange and like burgundy berries. And what else? A little bit of raffia here. You can get that at the Dollar Tree. They have these little bunches of raffia. And just some paint, some glue, and a candle. So I'm going to be using this candle here. And this is an emergency candle. It takes two AAA batteries. And they're really bright and they're really pretty. I've never used them before, but let me open this one up because I already did paint one of them. I'm going to paint it because I don't want it so stark white. So I'll show you what I did with that too. And then you get your little holder here that they just sit in real nice. But we'll do that here in a second. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut out your paper that you're going to put in the back here. Now, I want some of these little nail holes in there too because I think they're cool. Now I tried measuring these things. Some of them are not perfect, so I had a heck of a time trying to cut it out by just measuring it. So I found the easiest way is to just lay it down on your paper, trace around it, and then cut it out. And then, that was the easiest part. And then just cut it out, and then with my little paper cutter here, if you don't have one of these, you can just measure it out and do it with a regular piece of paper. But I cut it out first here. Let me show you quick. It's not going to make any sense if I don't show you. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what I'm trying to say. Alright. I'm just going to cut that out real quick here. I don't remember how I did this now. There we go. Just line up your line there. There you go. And then you just line whatever lines you drew here, you just put that in the center here to cut. It's real easy to do it with one of these. Okay, so then you end up with this. So, it's 1/4 of an inch too large because that's the only thing on these things that were exactly the same each way. But you have your little 1/4 of an inch mark here, so you just put it on there and then you just go around all your sides and cut off 1/4 of an inch. I'm doing it fast here, so hopefully I don't mess it up. Same thing on here, just line it up with your 1/4 of an inch and cut them off. Hope you guys can see that. Just line it up right there. Slice it off, and then we just have to do this one last side. There. And you want to do it with your paper with the pattern side up, that way, you know, because it's going to go right in here like this. So then with any luck, this should fit right in there, like so. I don't want to get it attached in there yet, because we're going to glue this in, but see, it fits in there perfectly. So now I got to get that out of there. Where's my little needly thing? Here it is. that back out. Alright, and set that aside for now. So that's how you cut the inside. The easiest way I found. If you want to do it differently, whatever works best, guys. So now, I didn't have any paint that I really liked the color. I have this really dark Java brown, and then I had a really, like, almost a mahogany. It was too red. So I am going to try to take just some of this white, cottage white chalk paint, and we're going to try to mix up a lighter color brown that I want. And of course you're going to need a brush. I got some more of these at the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love these brushes. I need something to stir with. So I'm going to put some of this brown in here. Just mix it up until we get a color I like here. Because that paper's kind of a light color. The bowl's a little bit big for what I'm doing here. Alright, I think that's good. I like this color. Just wanted it a real pale-ish, weathery looking. I don't know, it doesn't even quite look like a brown yet, does it? Alright guys, if you do this, start with your brown and then add some white, because I had way too much white in here. You guys know I don't like to edit out my boo-boos here. Alright, I think that's going to be good enough. It still has kind of a grayish look to it, but we're going to go with it, because I don't want it to get any darker. Like I said, I want this to look like a weathered wood, and then just have this in the back. So let's see how that looks. Oh, that'll be good. Once it dries, I think that'll look really pretty. So I'm just going to paint this whole thing this color. Yeah, this will look nice for fall. So I'm just going to paint all the outsides, all the fronts. And no, I'm not going to make you watch me paint this whole thing, because you guys get the gist of how to paint. Now here, it doesn't matter if you get some on this back, because we're going to cover that up. So you don't have to be real careful, which I love. Yeah, I think this will look good with the fall colors. Now you could make it darker if you wanted to, or more brown, but I'm kind of liking this. Kind of a grayish, brownish, I don't even know what color you want to call that. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to paint this entire thing this color, and then when that gets dry, I'm going to come back and show you what I did with the candle. Okay, this is nice and dry. It's still gray. I don't quite understand. I've never mixed chalk paint before. I don't know why it turned gray. I've never mixed brown paint and white paint and come out with gray. But no matter how much I even tried to add a little bit more, it's still gray. But I am no expert paint mixer, and I don't think I've ever mixed chalk paint before. But anyway, we're going to work with this color. So I'm going to take some of this, it's just gloss Mod Podge. You can get this at the Dollar Tree. And I am just going to paint some of this in here. I'm just going to squirt it right on in. Ew, this one's about had it, I think. It's almost empty. And just paint some of this around to hold our paper in place. I'm going to get it all over the place. Alright, let me stick that in some water, and then we're just going to place our paper down in here. Hopefully I get it in the right way. There we go. So look at that. Isn't that really cool? I love this paper. I just want to make sure you get it up in your corners and stuff real good with your Mod Podge so it stays nice. Alright, so we're just going to let that dry. There we go. That looks good. So we'll just set that over here. Alright, so now for my candle, what I did with that was I took it all apart. And here's where you stick your two AAA batteries. I took some of this painter's tape. You could use masking tape, any kind of tape, whatever you have. I just didn't want to get any paint on these threads, you know, that it screws back on with. So I just wrapped that around there. like so. And then I did the same thing for the little bulb up top, so I make sure I don't get any paint on that either. Now you don't have to paint these if you don't want to, but they're just, it's really cool that you can, you know, really do this and paint them any color you want to. But it's just too white for this, I thought. So that is what I did for that. And then I just put some of this sheepskin color on a sponge. You don't even have to put this in a bowl because you don't need a ton of it. So I just put some of it on here, and then I just kind of just smushed it around, and then I like to do it like this. And it ends up with like a real texture thing, but as it dries, all those little bubbly things, they kind of just flatten out, and you just end up with just a little bit of texture to it. So that is what I did for that. And yes, I probably did get it all over my finger before too when I did it. So let me set this one aside and grab me a napkin here. Or a paper towel. I thought I had a napkin here. Alright, and then after you get that all done, then you have something that looks like this color. And I don't worry about painting the bottom because I'm going to put my leaves and stuff down there, and you're not going to see that anyway. I made quite a mess out of my thing here today. I forgot to put my little plastic, those little plastic cutting boards that I get from the Dollar Tree. I like those, but I forgot to put it down. But this needs to be changed anyway. Alright, so that is how I painted that. Now for the bottom, I cut this side off because it just didn't fit in here quite right. So all I did was I took this and I took a pair of wire cutters and just cut it right off. It cuts pretty easily. It doesn't have to be perfect. That is all I did for that. There we go. And then you end up with this nice flat edge. Now you would think you would want to put the flat edge up against the back, but you don't. And I'll tell you why here. If you put this in here, your candle's going to be too close. So I'm actually going to glue this in this way with the flat part that I cut off on the outside. That way it gives you room for your candle on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in. Actually, let me put this one aside here because that all goes with that candle. And then we're just going to set our candle aside while we're working on it. See how nice that comes out? I love that. You could even put some drops of hot glue on there and make it look like the wax is running. So I am just going to put a good amount of, as soon as I get more hot glue in here, hot glue on here, just so I make sure that it stays where I want it. And then we're just going to glue that in here. And hopefully I get this in the center. Just like here. And just push that right up against the back. And then it's nice and flat here. I think that's good. It looks pretty centered. And then what's good about this is when you have your candle in here, you know, like it'll go back in here like this. And then if you ever need to change the batteries, you can just pop that out and change your batteries. And put in some new ones to keep this little baby going. Alright. So I am just going to start layering this here with some leaves in the back. And I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher, like this. And then I'm going to have other leaves that'll cover up where it didn't go down to the bottom. I wanted this one to stick up higher, maybe on an angle. I think that would be pretty cool. Like that. And then I'm going to take some of these other leaves here. I think these. And all I did, these actually came on a stem, and I think I threw it out. But the other ones that I'm using, like these just come in the bags of leaves from the Dollar Tree. These actually came like on a branch, and I cut them all off. Because they have all different styles, which is really nice. So now this, I'm going to put this one over here. I'm just going to layer in leaves. Nothing fancy, no particular way I want to do them. I need to get out one of my little finger protectors here. Where'd you go? There we go. them on so I'm not burning my fingers. Put that one so it's angled over there. And then, I don't know, I shouldn't have put two of those together. Let's see. So many pretty leaves they have. Maybe I'll put this one like going this way. And, you know, you can have them sticking out like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to layer some more of them down here, right down to the bottom. I don't want that one, that's the same as that one, so we'll put this one over on this side. Just to layer them in a little bit. There we go. That one there. Let's see, what else we got? What a real big one. Maybe this one here. You could put over here. Yeah, that'll work. I'll put this on my other hand here because I keep pushing them down with the wrong hand. That, and then let's, maybe one of these red ones will go right in here to finish that off. Okay, so that'll be my little pile of leaves back there. I'll get all these glue webs out when we're done, because I'm sure I'll have plenty more before that. So let's see. I'm going to actually stick this candle here so I can see how I want this to look. Let's see, that'll be there. That'll be the background for your candle. And then we're actually going to glue some to the bottom of this, and on these sides here, I'm going to have to dig around for some more of my leaves. I think I may want one of these green ones out front. But I'm going to put another one back there. You just want to keep layering your leaves. That one will go down there, peeking out. And then this one I kind of want in the front here. Actually, I wanted that to go up higher to kind of cover up that bottom. But I don't want to glue it to the candle that comes, you know, the base of the candle. That's why actually probably better for me to do this without. Alright. Oh, let's see. Maybe I'll put another green one up in the back here. Right in here. So much glue webs. Let's see, I really wanted one of these in the front too, so I may put that right there. Because I want these to kind of come out like onto the table. I thought would be cool. And then this one can stick up a little higher, that way it'll hide that base of that candle. Hopefully I'm not getting it in there. Nope, I want to come out more, come out more. There we go. There. Now let me let that glue dry a little bit. I'm going to put a couple of these little mini mums in here too, just peeking out from the sides, because they're just so darn pretty. And you can add more or less, whatever you want to do. Let's see, maybe this one will go down in here. Cut this plastic piece off. Alright. I think that's where I want this little guy. Alright, and then I'm going to take a couple of these little mini mums, and then I may use this big one right in the front, because I'm still going to want to hide the base of this. I don't want to see it. So let's get this guy back in here. There we go. Still seems like it's missing something there. No, I think that'll be fine once we put our little flower in. One of those right there. And then I'm going to put one over on this side, same color. They have a lot of pretty colors. They even have like a real darker burgundy little mums too that are very pretty. Glue this little guy here. And you really can't see the base of that, so that came out pretty good. So I'm going to cut the base of this off more. And I think we're going to put that right there. Yes, we are. There, so then that will completely cover up that base, but not enough that, you know, you can't take your candle in and out. There. Isn't that cute? And I may even want to add some more leaves up in here. I don't know. We'll see how it looks when I get it lit up. Whether or not I want to... No, I think those are too big. Let's just leave this be for right this second. Alright, now for the top, I wanted to put on a little roof like this, just to put some berries up on the top of it. I thought that would look cute. And it just comes down to where your leaves end. And I thought that would be really cute. So what I did was I took this garland, and I just kind of measured how far I wanted it to go, and then I folded it over, and I actually did come back here, I actually did 3 strands of it. So then I took another one, and then just bent that one down, and there you go, you have your 3, and then you can just cut that off with some wire cutters, easy peasy. There we go. And then I just gave them a little bit of a twist. Just to twist them together. But if you want them to hang lower, whatever, it doesn't, you know, whatever you like. And then to get this to fit on here nice, I just kind of measured evenly. And then this will be like the peak. So you need to make a little bend in there, just so you can get it to glue down nice. And then here's the side that's going to go down like that. Then you have your little bends there, and then on this side, I'm just going to do the same thing and bend that one down. I'm trying to look in here and make sure you guys can see what I'm even doing. Okay, I am in view here, I think. Alright, so down here, make a little bend, and then on this side, you want to make it bend. That way, it just makes it easier to glue it down. And yeah, so that's how we're going to do these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these in the back, but first I want to make sure most of my berries are facing front. I don't want them to get underneath the glue because they're so pretty. I kind of want to see them all. Alright, those are sticking up nice. So let me get a bit of glue right here, right behind this thing, so we don't end up seeing much of it. Glue that down. Where's my little finger thing? Glue that down like so. I have a bad habit of using a different finger when I have this little finger protector on here. Alright. And then same thing over here. I'm just going to put, oh, I'm out of glue again. It's only bad thing with the little mini glue guns. You run out real quick. I'm just going to put another bit of hot glue over here. I don't think you're going to need too much. It's, you know, bent nice and it'll stay nice. Get my little berries poking out. Alright, and then a little bit more on this corner. Glue that down. And I think that's good. Whoops. Need to bend it a little bit. There we go. And then of course I'm going to glue these sides down too. But I just thought it would look cute with these little berries. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to put in here. I still can. I'm forgetting things as I go. Alright, let me get that side glued down and this side. Just a little there. Oops, my berries are under. Get out. There we go. Alright. I wanted to put my raffia in. You guys didn't remind me. I get carried away. See if you don't have them bent real good, they do tend to come up from the hot glue. But we'll get it on there. Oh, I have a berry under it. I picked my berry out of there. There we go. Got him out. Now it should stick good. Alright. Still have paint on my finger. Alright, so what I did with my raffia is I just cut a bunch of small pieces and I added a little bit of tape to the bottom just to hold it together. And I want to put these, hopefully I can still wiggle these back in here. I wanted them to just stick out just a little bit in here, like that. So I am just, you're going to want to do that before you put your flowers on, but I almost completely forgot about my raffia. Alright, so we're just going to add some glue back here. Get that little booger into place. Give me my little finger protector. And then once that glue cools and hardens, then you can kind of mess with it a little bit. But I don't want to do that because I'm going to end up pulling it all apart. So same thing, I just taped some little pieces of raffia together. And we're just going to add some glue and stick that down here behind the flower, hopefully. There we go. Alright. Even though I forgot, it worked out. That's better. Whoops, that one came out. Just kind of want to make sure you get glue around all of them in the back of them. Alright, he's back in there. So, hopefully this one is stuck. So I can pull some of these pieces out. Not out, but move them around a little. See, this is why you want to do it before the flowers, because I can't see what I'm doing back here now. There we go. Alright, I think that is all I am going to do. I am going to sit here and get my little heat gun out actually and try to get a lot of these glue webs off of here, and then I'm going to get some batteries to put in my candle here, and then we're going to light this up and see how it came out. Alright everyone, there it is. I have the candle lit up. The only thing you have to do with these to turn them on and off is just give it a little bit of a twist, and that's your off, and then you can just turn it back on. Easy peasy. And then like I said, you want to change the batteries, you just pop it out. For some reason LED lights show up terribly on my camera. That's why I turned the lights back on. I actually had the lights off. Let me see if I can get a shot. Oh, that looks a little bit better. But when I shut the other one off, alright, it's focusing a little more. It's just because it's light outside and it's just not showing up real well. But anyway, that's how it looks lit. And then we can just shut it off. And there you go. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little project. I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.